the host of the internet's worst late-night talk show, Mr. Dustin Kaufman. Biscuits and gravy, everybody! Welcome to Kauf Drops. I'm Dustin Kaufman. We got a lot going on in the world, and we'll get right to it. The Dollar General is in a bidding war with the Dollar Tree for the Family Dollar Store. The Dollar General has a bid of $9.7 million, which outbids the current offer from Dollar Tree of $1. Lindsay Lohan's in the news this week. Lindsay Lohan says she has so many stories to tell that her memoirs will probably be a trilogy like Harry Potter. Which means somewhere out there is a publisher who thinks people want to read an entire series from somebody who thinks there's 7 books in a trilogy. Yeah, you can clap, sure. Let's go for it. One of the men responsible for starting the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge died this week by jumping off a cliff and drowning. Did you woo? Whatever. The parents of the victim says he was so proud to help raise that much money for charity, and 3 people now have 24 hours to jump off a cliff and drown themselves or donate $100. Kanye West is currently in the studio with Sir Paul McCartney. They're making an album. One of their singles is called Piss on Your Grave, which is funny because that's exactly what Paul's doing to John and George by making an album with Kanye West. Khloe Kardashian has threatened to fire her mother as her manager, saying she has let her down as a manager, a friend, and a mother. Khloe, you're looking a little short-sighted on this. Sure, she may have let you down, but the real problem started when she let you live. Producer David Foster said the deterioration of Whitney Houston's voice later in life was due to DNA, not drugs. However, the deterioration of her body since 2012, totally due to drugs. Okay, well, we got a great show for you guys tonight. We got Jody Hendrix from Little Class Records. We got the Suveneers in the house. Give it up for Biscuits and Gravy! Okay, we're going to get right to it this week. We were looking over our demographics, our YouTube analytics, and our demographics, and it came to our attention that our demographic is 92% male and about 7.3% female. So we're trying to change that. We want to open the doors. We want to reach out to the women in the world, start getting some more women on the show. So we're going to start right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a woman.
Anyone else dirty? Lizard chair. Don't want to miss a spot.
Thank you. A woman, ladies and gentlemen. But we're not going to stop there. No. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of the funniest female comedians in the country coming on right now. Please put your hands together for the one and only Kathy Spears.
Hey! So check this out. The other day, I was painting my nails watching Basketball Wives when I realized I don't need a man. Man can't do nothing for boyfriend asked me out to lunch the other day. I get in the car. That dude had the nerve to ask me where I want to go. Ladies, I had 3 words for him. I don't know. Okay? You hear me, ladies? Here's the way that you control those men, all right? What you gotta do is you gotta ration that ass, okay? Let me tell you one more time. You gotta ration that ass, all right? My boyfriend comes over to my house. He messes my bathroom all up. You know what I tell him, ladies? I tell him if the seat is open, the legs are closed. If the seat is open, the legs are closed. You feel me, ladies? I'm saying you feel me. Thank you very much. I'm Captain Spears.
Captain Spears, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but we're not going to stop there. We want to get the opinion of the ladies. So we have actually reached out to the host of the show Rescue, to come on and help whip us in shape. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Francesca Barenshine. Francesca Barenshine, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for being here. First, thanks for coming on and congrats on all the success of your show.
Thank you very much. We're doing really great.
Well, we see that you really have done wonders for every show you've gone on, and we're excited to see what you can do for us here at Kauf Drops.
Yeah, I did notice that, like you talked about before the show, you called me on because you have a 92% male viewership and a 7% female viewership, and you just wanted to even that out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, 50% of the population women.
But so as far as relating to the women, I mean, obviously, I don't know what we're doing wrong. Obviously, we're bringing on really funny female comedians.
That was a man. That was a man in a dress.
No, I don't.
He's a gentleman.
I don't judge for facial hair. That was definitely a woman.
What was that comedian's name?
That's Gage Barton.
Gage Barton. I've seen Gage Barton on your show before. It's a man. He's a man. I don't know what you're trying to say when you bring a man on here as your female comedian.
Well, we're just trying to make the ladies look good, you know? We just wanted to be represented as funny.
Okay, so telling women they're not funny is your way of getting more YouTube views.
Whoa! I never said women aren't funny. I just said we want to make women look good on the show.
Okay, I see.
Okay, but I mean, obviously, as far as relating to women, our jokes are good, right? I mean, what about our jokes?
No, they're not.
No?
No, if I could Clockwork Orange you and just force your eyelids open and then make you just force watch every episode of your own show so that every time you heard a joke about fisting or black dicks, you were compelled to jump out a window and die, and you couldn't listen to Beethoven anymore, and you were really sad, and that's how women feel about your jokes.
But I mean, we have really good writers on this show who clearly relate to women. I mean...
What are the names of all of your writers?
Our head writers are Brian and Jeremy.
Any of those people have ovaries? Any of them?
Well, Brian has a 14-month-old daughter. I mean, that's, you know...
So someone allowed him near a woman once, so that's nice. And if that infant child wrote for the show, it might be more intelligible, I guess. But for the most part, no, that's as much as it seems you're relating.
Well, Jeremy really understands women. I mean, he watches porn constantly.
You should not be allowed to say porn anymore. You've done enough on porn.
Pornography?
No, don't say porn. Don't say porn anymore.
Porno.
No, none of those words.
Erotica?
Don't.
What do I refer to it as?
Just don't refer to it at all. When you talk about sexuality, I feel molested, so if you could just avoid the topic, I think that would be great.
I mean, we don't talk about porn on the show.
Last week, you had a joke about porn in your monologue.
Just a little fisting joke.
You shouldn't be able to talk about fisting anymore either. Put fisting on the list. Let's make a list. And you also had a photo of Molly Ringwald's crotch on the whole show. That was your first female guest. Was Molly Ringwald.
Clearly, the ladies like Molly Ringwald.
You know, you shouldn't be able to say Molly Ringwald anymore either.
Well, okay, so we know women like live music. We have Biscuits and Gravy over here who, you know, he provides live music for the ladies all the time.
Yeah. Women love music by masked rapists. That's great. That's really, with a guitar that looks like he took from maybe someone on a curb or something.
Well, what would you do to make him more desirable for the ladies?
To make him more, I would make him register in the neighborhood.
Well, I mean, we just try to relate here. I mean, I clearly dress well for the ladies. I put on a blazer every week.
Okay, you have a blazer over. You have a blazer over a T-shirt with cartoons on it, which is a great look if you want to stay, you know, at the corner of the back of a bar forever. That's great. Really, what would probably make this look a little better for women is if you just ever had any women on it ever, and if you just didn't talk.
But I mean, our sign's good, right? That's appealing. It's colorful to the ladies.
Well, it's appealing, but you've mastered the art of fonts, of choosing fonts, which is great. I think it's clever because you said cough drops, but because your name is Kaufman, I think if you took the last part of your name and called it man drops, it would be more accurate because to me it's just like you're constantly masturbating to yourself on this stage all the time. You can call it man drops.
So what you're saying is, if we got a new sign, women would watch the show more.
No, what I said is if you hire any female writers, if you get, you know, close to 50% female guests on your show, that would be great. If you have any female perspective, and maybe if you clean the aesthetics up a little bit. That's really what I was saying.
So if we get a new sign, women will watch the show more.
That's not what I said.
No, we can do that. Let's get that, guys. Let's bring out the new sign. Let's just, I'll get it in here. We'll just pull it. Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh, your budget went up.
Here you go. There we go. This is really gonna help. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. The brand new cough drop sign. I would like to thank Francesca. We are now geared and ready and hitting our female demographic, and our numbers are going to raise for sure, right? Thank you.
I hate you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Francesca Barron.
Have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Francesca Barron. The new cough drop sign, everybody! Moving right along, we have a very, very, very special guest in the house. This man is a pioneer of the DIY, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Little Class Records, Mr. Jody Hendrix. So, Jody, thank you so much for coming on, man. Congratulations on Little Class Records. A lot of people may have not heard. You want to give a little rundown of Little Class, how you guys got started, and what you guys are doing here in town?
You know, really long story short, Little Class Records is about cultivating the music in Kansas City. We're primarily driven towards Americana, bluegrass, honky-tonk country music. Really, it's just about kind of redefining the music industry. You know, we don't believe that BMI and ASCAP have any place in what we're doing. We don't believe that you know, people should create music for any other reason than the people listening to it themselves. You know, it's not for. It's, of course, you know, it's for sale. We try to make money. We try to be self-sustaining, but the music that we are creating is natural music. It's happening because we make it, not because it's what we're supposed to be making.
That's great. And you know, I've noticed there is such, and there has been for a while, such a huge music scene in general in Kansas City that I always felt was kind of unfiltered. And I think it's great because you started with how many bands?
Well, when it started off, it was really just my band and Billy Beal. You guys probably know Billy Beal.
He was on the second episode.
That's what started World Class Records, but then it branched into friends projects like the Electric Lungs, and then before you know it, we have people, you know, hitting us up from outside of our borders, interested in what World Class Records is doing. I think we've got 4 or 5 regional acts, if you include the Suveneers in St. Joseph. Cash O'Reilly out of Flint, Michigan, Clawhammer out of Springfield, Illinois.
I just think it's great because you have been a hustler in this city for so long, for playing in bands, for booking bands, for just and touring, and you really, and then you came across the wonderful opportunity to get started with like an actual studio space right above the Westport Saloon.
Yeah, we have World Class Records offices above the Westport Saloon. Westport Saloon is the premier spot in Kansas City for hillbilly music, alt country, cowpunk, rockabilly.
It's all great. Like if you ever go in there and you get to, so you record them upstairs and then you book them downstairs.
Well, kind of. We have 3 different studios we work out of in the city, so we have a handful of different options of places to record. But yeah, essentially that's it. You know, Westport Saloon allows us to bring in the artists that need representation, and we have a venue for them to play and a record label to, you know, help them get the hand up they need.
Yeah, I think it's great. You know, I've talked to a lot of these bands, and they said, you know, it's so wonderful that they've been coming out, and then all of a sudden now they're recording, they're making albums, they're playing, and I just think it's great that you're giving so many people this opportunity to grow and to evolve. And I think it's from a person who thrives for the scene and the arts in Kansas City. I would personally like to say thank you for everything, all the hard work that you're doing for all the talent and musicians. I wish you nothing but the best here in Kansas City. Ladies and gentlemen, Jody Hendrix.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the Suveneers are a little bit bigger of a band than we are used to having on our tiny little stage here on Kauf Drops at the Uptown Arts Bar here in Kansas City. So we're going to go ahead and take a word from our sponsors. We're going to get them set up. We'll come right back with the Suveneers. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Hi, this is Dustin Kaufman from Kauf Drops Live, and apparently I have been challenged to participate for charity in the Ice Bucket Challenge. So, here we go. For charity, the Ice Bucket Challenge. Oh shit. Who challenged me to this shit anyways?
Nobody challenged you, I just wanted to see you dump a bucket of ice on your head.
What the fuck?